In a significant escalation of military operations, the US and Israel relentlessly targeted sites throughout Iran, unleashing powerful bombs on its ballistic missile installations and destroying naval vessels. This aggressive campaign unfolded in the wake of the assassination of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Explosions shook windows nationwide and released thick clouds of smoke that rose dramatically into the skies over Tehran. According to Iranian officials, over 200 lives have been lost since the onset of the attacks. As the relentless bombardment persisted, the scope of the conflict expanded past the borders of the US, Israel, and Iran. Militant factions backed by Iran in both Iraq and Lebanon announced their attacks on Israel and a US military installation. In response to assaults that struck vital locations and resulted in the deaths of at least 5 civilians, Gulf nations cautioned that they might take retaliatory action against Iran. Additionally, following Britain's declaration that it would permit the US to utilize its bases for the war effort, Cyprus reported that a drone strike had targeted a British facility on the island. In a declaration of retribution, Iran launched missiles targeting Israel and neighboring Arab nations in a counteroffensive that resulted in the deaths of at least 3 US service members, marking the first confirmed American fatalities in this ongoing conflict. According to Israeli rescue services, the attacks struck multiple sites, including Jerusalem and a synagogue in Beit Shemesh, leading to the deaths of 9 individuals and injuring 28 others. This brought the total number of casualties in Israel to a minimum of 11. The onslaught against Iran continued unabated, with the US and Israel targeting warships and ballistic missile installations. This display of military power was particularly striking for an American president who had entered the White House championing an America First agenda and promising to avoid involvement in forever wars. Now, B-2 stealth bombers have entered the conflict in Iran, targeting the underground missile facilities of the Shia regime. Here's all you need to know. The deployment of US B-2 bombers signals a significant shift in the aerial strategy, increasing the vulnerability of specific targets as the operation broadens. Iran's missile facilities are constructed deep within mountain ranges, serving mainly as storage sites. However, a number of these caves possess the capability to fire ballistic missiles through openings in their roofs. When the US must go to war, the B-2 is there on the first night. The B-2 went into enemy territory on Night 1 in support of Operation Allied Force in Serbia, Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan, Operation Iraqi Freedom, and twice in Libya in support of Operation Odyssey Dawn and Operation Odyssey Lightning. The B-2, one of the most survivable aircraft in the world, is the only aircraft to combine long-range, stealth, and a heavy payload on a single platform. The B-2 saw its first operational use during Operation Allied Force. 2 B-2 bombers flew more than 31 hours from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri to Kosovo. They attacked multiple targets, then flew directly back. The B-2 bombers flew less than 1% of the total missions, yet destroyed 33% of the targets during the first 8 weeks of the conflict. The B-2 holds the record for the longest air combat mission in history. In 2001, the Spirit of America and 5 other B-2 bombers were the first to enter Afghan airspace for a record-setting 44-hour mission. The aircraft's performance is even more impressive in that the B-2 made a quick pit stop for a 45-minute crew and service change with engines still running. It then flew back to Missouri for another 30-hour flight for a total of more than 70 consecutive hours. The B-2 is 69 feet long, 17 feet high, and has a wingspan of 172 feet, half the length of a football field. The B-2 can reach a high subsonic speed and can also reach an altitude of more than 50,000 feet. The B-2 can travel 6,000 nautical miles without refueling and 10,000 nautical miles with only one refueling. It can reach any point in the world within hours. A B-2 can carry a payload of 20 tons. The revolutionary blending of low observable technologies with high aerodynamic efficiency and large payload gives the B-2 important advantages over existing bombers. Its low observability provides it greater freedom of action at high altitudes, thus increasing its range and a better field of view for the aircraft sensors. The B-2's low observability is derived from a combination of reduced infrared, acoustic, electromagnetic, visual and radar signatures. These signatures make it difficult for the sophisticated defensive systems to detect, track, and engage the B-2. Many aspects of the low observability process remain classified. However, the B-2's composite materials, special coatings, and flying wing design all contribute to its stealthiness.